Libra, and welcome to your September predictions reading. We're going to be looking at the month of September in general. I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards from this tarot deck, which will tell us your 3 main themes that you can expect to experience in the month of September. Now, if you're looking for love-specific predictions, I do those once a month on my channel. Your mid-August to mid-September is live if you haven't seen that yet. And if this reading resonates, I recommend you join the family so you can stay informed of all the future predictions that I put up. So be sure to subscribe, y'all. Let's get into it, Libra. I'm already getting cards for you. So let me shuffle with intention and let's see what you can expect in September. What is going on for Libra in September, please, Spirit? We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. It's definitely a false start feeling, but I'm trying to, it's a revival. Okay, one more card. We technically need 2, but just one at a time, please, Spirit. What else can Libra expect to experience? We have the 4 of Coins upright. What else can Libra expect to experience in the month ahead? We have the 7 of Swords reversed. And at the back of your deck, we have the Hierophant in the reversed position. So, overall, with the Hierophant reversed, I do have this feeling of you trying to break out of some sort of mold, but I also feel like you are feeling frustrated by some sort of process that you have to go through in the month ahead. Sometimes the Hierophant looks like somebody needing to really follow some sort of system or through some sort of process in order to kind of get the outcome that they want. And when it's reversed, it's either you're not liking the way that this is going, or you don't appreciate the advice that you're getting, or it just feels like you're feeling frustrated and stuck in this change or in this system. So I feel like you could be doing a lot of thinking outside of the box in order to get over your problems. Like if you're experiencing a challenge in September, maybe the more traditional aspect isn't working for you. Maybe the more traditional approach isn't going to work. It's kind of giving me the vibe of the path less like, what's the word, walked, and trying things that other people haven't. So it's very interesting for you. I'm not sure why. Maybe you even feel like you're a bit of a black sheep in September, and like what you're doing is very against the grain compared to what your family would want you to do, or compared to what the people around you would usually want you to do or would usually see you doing. Let's start unpacking that though, and we'll have a look at your first theme here, the Ace of Wands reversed. The first message I heard was restart, like a false start, and then I heard revive. So I'm pretty keen to kind of get some more cards out to clarify. Spirit, what is this Ace of Wands feeling about for Libra? What is this Ace of Wands about for Libra? We have the 7 of Swords coming out again in the upright position. You have it over here as a theme. What is this Ace of Wands about? We have the Daughter of Swords reversed. What is this Ace of Wands about? What is this Ace of Wands about? We have 2 cards. We've got the Hermit coming out reversed. And we have the 4 of Cups upright. Can you please get me 2 more cards? What is this Ace of Wands reversed about? We have the Tower. Okay. What is this Ace of Wands reversed about? And we have the 4 of Swords. I'm not going to take that other card because it didn't flip over. But at the back of the deck is the 2 of Swords reversed. So you do feel like, okay, let's talk about the situation. Whatever this is, it involves a situation in which you were feeling quite stuck and you were seeking clarity. You were trying to find answers that would help you get this thing moving forward. It does feel like a false start, so there was a lot of potential, but it never really got off the ground, and you felt in a bit of a limbo situation. You felt like you couldn't transition forward, you didn't have enough information, you didn't have enough of like a sign. So I do see your information coming your way, but it does feel like something that you didn't want to hear. The truth is going to come out, and I do think that it involves people kind of hiding things on purpose with the 7 of Swords. You feeling somewhat tricked by the situation, and you realizing that in some cases rejection is divine protection. I do see this offering you a revival in a new area of your life. And it's a strong feeling of fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, like shame on you. Wait, no, is it the other way around? But for some reason, you're not going to let it happen to you again. It does really feel like for you, this is about kind of learning the truth and then changing, making some pretty drastic changes with the Tower, some pretty intense, sudden, unexpected, drastic changes to make sure that this doesn't happen again with the Daughter of Swords reversed. It feels like the situation may have made you feel a bit naive. And in hindsight, you're like, why didn't I see the signs? And it does feel like you were waiting for something to happen that was very much either not going to happen the way that you hoped, or when it did happen, it was not at all what you wanted. And so I see with the Four of Cups, you kind of realizing that ignorance is bliss in some ways. But the Hermit reversed with the Four of Swords upright indicates a strong sense of healing, introspection, processing, reflecting, and just gaining wisdom in order to move forward. I do believe the Hermit card is reversed because there's something about this that feels a little bit like, dang, why did it have to happen in that way? So maybe there's a bit of it that feels familiar, or the way that it's unfolding, you need to prioritize taking care of your body or your mental health, as well as processing the information to gain wisdom. It almost feels like it's a twofold situation. It could be excuse me, my nose is getting blocked for some reason. It's very weird. It could be impacting you in more than one way, like your physical body could be impacted or your mental health could be impacted. And so you're having to kind of focus on that and then process this wisdom as well, this experience as well. So this is an interesting theme. I want to get another card from this Oracle deck. Spirit, what else can you tell them? Okay, we'll get these two cards. So what else do you need to know about this Ace of Wands theme? We have conflict and defeat, the Five of Swords, and we also have the Three of Wands, partnerships and alliances. Yeah, it does feel like somebody is definitely letting you down over here, but I feel like their true colors are coming out and it wasn't meant to progress in the way that it was. I do feel like you have a lot of fire in this situation. You may even get very angry, very frustrated. There could be arguments, but I believe that the goal here is to realize that you are not giving energy into the right situation. This person, this partner, does not deserve that from you. And they may not be a romantic partner because this is a general reading. It just feels like someone who you were expecting more from. It could even be somebody who you connected with because you wanted them to bake your daughter's cake and they were being very shady and making it very difficult for you to kind of fulfill the request. And then it kind of comes out that actually they had no intention of helping you make this cake or making this cake for you. For whatever reason, it just feels like the communication with this person is very challenging, and you're going to realize that they were actually hiding or being tricky on purpose. And so I do believe that there will be conflict and a feeling of a win-lose situation. So it's important that you don't take this personally and that you cut your losses for sure, because if somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose, it's not really about like whose side are you on. It's just about cutting your losses and moving forward. I see this getting very petty if you know that you're someone who likes to feel like you're getting even. But with the Three of Wands reversed, I do believe it's important to turn around and face another direction and explore something else. In terms of cut your losses, I feel like this person's true colors will reveal themselves to you, and you can get the support or the creative support for some of you in a different direction for sure. Let's get some advice though. What is going on with this Ace of Wands? What is the advice for Libra? Daughter value and man holding a heart. Yeah, you deserve better than this. If it's stressing you out, if it's not clear, if communication becomes really weird and maybe they do respond, but the messages that they're responding to don't make sense, or their answers they're giving don't make sense, like literally don't let it stress you out. You deserve more than this. You have more to offer. and you deserve to be treated with more than this as well. I'm seeing a lot of respect here with these advice cards. There is a strong feeling of you maintaining your integrity and not slipping, in the sense of this isn't about getting even. It's about gaining wisdom and information in order to actually get what you need, because this almost feels like you're only connecting to this person because you are hoping to get something off the ground, but you're the one that has all the potential, or you're the one that has something that needs to happen. So like, why are we, don't waste energy here with this person. Your advice with daughter value is to protect your money as well, and to not make a payment without double checking the service that you're paying for. And I believe with man holding a heart, this does talk about also protecting your heart space. So trying not to let this get you too down, and trying not to take this personally. This is not a situation that should be a heartbreak, but it is a situation that you feel you need time to heal from as well. So let's have a look at your next theme. We have the Four of Coins in the upright position. This is a feeling of frugalness, needing to kind of be a bit money-wise here, and maybe have a budget in September, only because you could be saving for something, or you could have to pay something. And so you're needing to make sure that you are putting money aside to make that payment. What is going on with this Four of Coins, please, Spirit, for Libra? We have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. What is going on with this Four of Coins for Libra in September? We have the Sun of Wands reversed. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. And the Strength card reversed. One more card. We have the Mother of Wands reversed. So a lot of reversals over here. At the back of the deck is the Mother of Pentacles. Yeah, you definitely need to be careful about your money. I would recommend that you put some sort of budget in place, or just double check your payments. Let's say that, Libra. Is there anything big that you need to pay in September, like a car registration or a mortgage repayment, or some sort of like council rate, or some big fee that needs to be paid in September? There is a feeling of needing to be very aware of what you are earning and how much you are spending. Try not to make any spontaneous grand plans. I'm also seeing that you don't need to be dropping a huge amount of money on your looks and your appearance in September. In fact, that's where a lot of your money may go, is spending money on clothing or hair or nails or makeup, things that you use to help express your identity. It feels like these are unexpected, or we're not keeping track of this enough, and that's what's going to really break our budget. The other thing that I'm seeing is you falling short on some sort of plan, in the sense of maybe you were saving for something and you're just a little bit short for it. So it does feel like you need to double check and see where you're at, and whether you have enough saved already, or whether you need to tighten that budget restriction a little bit. For some reason, it feels like you're either working hard for something, or an unexpected payment is coming out in September. And it is impacting your confidence, because it's not what you're expecting, and it feels like it's really, things are getting really tight in terms of your income. I do see with it does feel like you weren't expecting this, and yet you did, maybe for some of you with this Eight of Swords, have it saved in your calendar, like this is the date they're going to take the money for XYZ. I also see with the Strength card reversed and the Eight of Wands reversed, you may need to borrow money in order to do this. And I'm seeing like leave your pride at the door type of feeling, but at the same time, only reach out to people who you know have your back for the right reasons. So this isn't about getting yourself into an unfavorable situation just because you need money, if that makes sense. Like, I see you having the ability to be taken advantage of if that's the case. So be very careful about that, sweet soul. I know that, beggars can't be choosers, but same time, if you know that there's someone who would use this opportunity to take advantage of you, maybe don't make them your first priority. The other thing that I'm seeing, if it isn't money, is that you're needing to be very, very careful with your time and your resources in general. I see you being overly giving and not keeping track of how much you're giving to people, and people taking advantage of that, literally to the point where I see some of you giving people the jacket off your back, Like, it's crazy. And I believe that there are people who are taking advantage of you, especially with the Mother of Pentacles reversed. It does feel like you're giving too much. You're giving the best part of yourself and you're not getting enough in reverse. This could even look like, for some of you, if you're a smoker, giving too many of your cigarettes, you know, to other people and supporting their habits more than you support your own. It just feels like this theme has a lot to do with you being more aware of your resources, whether that's time or money. It's about how much you're giving versus how much you're actually receiving, how much you're spending versus how much you're earning. Is there anything else Libra needs to know about this Four of Coins? Because I also see some enabling behavior in here. So somebody else is getting their needs met through your giving nature, and they're not learning how to take care of themselves. They're not figuring out how to make sure that they have money at the end of the week for their, you know, extracurricular activities, or they're not making sure they know how to budget in order to feed themselves on a regular basis. They're literally being enabled by your giving nature as well. At the back of the deck, we have heart chakra. So this does feel like good intentions, and this does feel like there is love here, and this does feel like there is also a lot of healing needing to be done here in terms of moving forward. But I do feel like this heart chakra, like your heart might be in the right place. I don't know why I keep yawning. I'm sorry. I keep yawning in all of the air sign readings, and I have no reason to yawn. It's ridiculous. But as I was trying to say, with this heart chakra energy, it almost feels like your heart might be in the right place, but it also feels like it's being taken advantage of. And I'm only flagging this because you're not doing anything wrong, but you do need to be aware of how other people take those beautiful strengths like compassion, kindness, care, charity, generosity, and they turn that into ways to use and abuse. And we don't want it to get to the point where you're in their shoes trying to learn from them in order to sustain yourself because you've given too much, you know? So just being aware of where your beautiful giving nature may be over flexed in some very rigid parasitic avenues. What is the advice here with the Four of Coins? Okay, we got two cards. We have a woman holding a coin reversed and fifth chakra reversed. Be more observant, be more aware, and be more frugal. Literally, be more frugal. If you don't have money to give, don't spend it. If you don't have money to spare, don't give it. I do feel with the fifth chakra that it has a lot to do with you being more observant. You may not even need to say anything. This is just about thinking more about where your money is going and recognizing more about where your money is going and just observing more about who is standing there with their hand ready for your handouts. And of course, that woman holding a coin reversed is literally what I've been telling you from the beginning. Be more aware of where your money is going. So what is going on with the Seven of Swords for Libra, please, Spirit? The Seven of Swords is reversed. It's an indication of something coming out into the light, and it's not exactly what we thought it was, but it's not as bad as we thought it was either, because it's reversed. Like, we may have thought that it was a really tricky situation or that someone was being very deceptive and deceitful, but actually it could have just been a misunderstanding. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out as well as the Three of Swords. What else can you tell us about the Seven of Swords? It's almost like we were questioning somebody's character over here, but instead it was just a misunderstanding, or it was the circumstances. We have the Star and the Hierophant. What else can you tell us? We have the Three of Wands reversed. What else can you tell us about the Seven of Swords? We have the Temperance card upright. And at the back of the deck, we have the Death card. Okay, so for Death to come out here, this Seven of Swords reversed does feel like we need to kind of air something out with someone in our life. It feels like we're being more aware of how there have been discrepancies between what someone said and what they've done. And we may have drawn a lot of conclusions that were not helpful. So it does feel like we're airing this out. For some of you, you're having a very difficult conversation with someone about your past with them, and you're having the opportunity to talk about some things that you've kept to yourself for some time. For others of you, this is an internal process of reflection and you having a conversation with an external person about what has happened. I do believe that the goal here is to move forward by addressing something in the past and getting things straight and trying to clear up the misunderstandings. It does feel like you're able to move forward once you have this conversation or once you actually allocate some time to processing this information. But I think with the Three of Wands reversed under the Wheel of Fortune, things may not move forward in the way that you're expecting. It does feel like one door closing and another door opening. The Hierophant to the Temperance card makes me think that this is where you may be struggling with that feeling of conformity or feeling like a black sheep in the family at times. You could be having issues with a sibling or a parental figure, and you could be venting to somebody else about it, or some childhood issues that made you feel like a bit of a black sheep could have resurfaced in September. Because of the way that the situation is making you feel, it's reminiscent of how you felt as a child. Otherwise, I see the Hierophant and Temperance being you kind of seeking your advice and information from a trusted, reliable source. For some of you, you're going to start praying again, or you're going to start being more religious again, or you're going to start really relying on your religious values and beliefs to get you through this. While for others of you, I just feel like you're going to try to go through some sort of structured process through maybe a professional to get help. And this could even look like therapy for some of you. This could look like getting advice from someone who is basically a professional, but they could still be in the family or in your friend group. I just see a lot of healing here in this theme and a strong focus being on getting professional support if needed. It does feel like Temperance is calling for you to have patience in this situation with yourself. You may get very frustrated with yourself over the fact that this issue is resurfacing, or that you didn't see this situation clearly from the beginning, or that it took you this long to sort of have this conversation, if that's the case. But I do think that this is about having patience, especially for yourself, as you sort through these heavy feelings and decide how you want to move forward, because you do seem unsure. It feels like you don't really know what you want to do moving forward. So you're just kind of like, you're either seeking the professional's advice or support, or you're listening to what they say and you're like, nah, I don't want to do that. And so then you're kind of in limbo again over here. It is going to take time. It is definitely going to take time. So be patient with yourself. This may be a theme that doesn't just stick in September. It could be ongoing, but it's definitely a prominent theme in September. So let us get some extra information. Is there anything else Libra needs to know about the Seven of Swords? Is there anything else Libra needs to know? We have the Nine of Cups upright, and we have the Three of Swords reversed. So this has a lot to do with getting your wish fulfillment and pursuing your happiness. This theme, clearing out the air and clarifying the misunderstandings and having this difficult conversation about your past in order to move forward, has a lot to do with you being happy right here, right now, and being able to stay present and happy right here, right now. It does feel like this difficult feeling is temporary, and this conversation isn't supposed to be as big and scary as it seems. It is literally just about getting the closure you need in order to move forward. So what is the advice here for Libra with the Seven of Swords? We have the solar plexus chakra coming out. So your advice is to move forward, to have courage, to have determination, to harness your willpower, and to literally just move forward. I know I'm making it sound easy, Libra, but your advice here is to keep moving forward, whether that's through action, which it usually is, or having the courage to say something that you've been meaning to say. Definitely do what you need to do to make sure that you can keep moving forward. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Libra, when it comes to the month ahead. Let me shout out some significant zodiac signs who could play a significant role for you in the month of September. I keep forgetting to do this for people, so I end up doing it sporadically. You're the lucky air sign that I remembered. So first of all, we have over here Aries being very significant. We have Virgo being significant. We also have Leo. We've got some Aquarius energy, some Sagittarius energy. Actually, Sagittarius is very strong. We have some Taurus energy. Taurus is also very strong, and some Scorpio energy. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you, Libra. I hope the information and advice just helped you feel more informed and ready to tackle whatever challenge may come in September. I hope you have a successful, prosperous, abundant month ahead. Look after your beautiful self. If this didn't resonate 100%, you may have messages in your big three. Your sun, moon, rising are good places to start in terms of other signs. But if you know your chart well and you know where to get messages from, by all means, head to that sign. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye.